Welcome to Coffee and VR, everybody. It's Saturday morning. Are you ready to get crazy?
What was that?
Seriously? Seriously? You're going to throw that on me? We were just watching it. You don't need to play it, man. Come on.
That was my Facebook avatar intro. That was
oh my gosh, you're a disaster. But thank you guys for being here. My name's Tyler. This is Sean, as we sure you already know. And this is Coffee and VR, your weekly vlog, podcast, morning show, whatever the heck you want to call it. I need some more coffee, though, man. I am super, super sad this weekend about VR.
Why
I'm going to be honest, man. Like, a lot of times I come in here and I'm like, I'm pumped. I'm like, let's do this. Let's play this. You know what? I don't want to play a game for once. And I'm kind of sad about it because I was super hyped about it. We'll get into that here in a second. But we do want to say that Gary's new book, which you actually have on pre-order, right?
No, I have. No, it's out. It's out. So the Memory Engine.
Yeah.
So the digital copy is out. I have that. I started reading it. The paperback version is now available too. So that is coming. I ordered that yesterday.
I thought you were getting hardback, or no?
I don't think there is a hardback. I think just
maybe
the paperback.
Not. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I don't know if the hardback's coming, but the paperback is available. I have the digital copy that I've started reading. I think I'm like to the 5th, 6th chapter. I'm not far in yet. I'm looking forward to reading it some more this weekend. Awesome book though so far. It is about virtual reality stuff. It's really good so far, so I definitely recommend picking that up. And I think the link is in the description. I think there's a link.
It is.
Yeah,
yep.
And
there is the digital and the soft.
Right. I'm a big physical copy version person, so I can't wait to get that in hand and have it on the shelf and stuff. So. Rizzle Rock.
Double cap with extra foam. I know, right?
I was actually doing some fishing. What was it, last weekend with Rizzle Rock? He joined me and my wife in some real VR fishing for a little while, and we had some good times. And talking about fishing, I'm just going to throw this out there because I was fishing yesterday and I caught my first sturgeon, which was a beast, and I was super excited. So
I know. It's crazy though. That thing is
love that
scary
game.
Looking, actually.
It is kind of scary looking. It would put up a fight. Right? So anyways, what is this game that you're talking about that you're all upset about?
Yeah, man. And honestly, from a lot of what I've read, I feel like everybody's on the same boat, and maybe not, but I'd love to hear what you guys think. Project Cars, man, the third one. I feel like it's a flop. I can't say that from personal experience because I actually was planning on playing it this weekend. All these reviews came out. Everyone's been talking about it, and I didn't buy it. And that's kind of crazy to me, you know. I would usually probably buy it anyways, but they've been so bad. It's what, split?
Yeah,
it's less than 50 now.
I don't know what it is now. The day it came out, I looked and it was like a 50-50 split between good reviews and bad reviews.
I know.
A lot of people are saying there's really no reason to pick this up. Just keep Project Cars 2. It runs better. It looks better. And some of these.
And I get it.
Go ahead.
Well, we've had this before. So remember when Dirt came out, the last Dirt
Rally 2.0,
right, 2.0. So it was a total waste when it dropped. Like you couldn't almost even play it. And then they came up with updates and stuff, which they should have had ironed out in the beginning. But I feel like the basis of this game, from what people are saying, isn't even that great. So I don't know. I'm a little sad about it because I really wanted to play this. I really wanted it to be amazing.
I'm not as into the sim racing stuff as you are, and this one's actually supposed to be a little bit more pulled back from the sim thing and a little bit more arcade.
Right.
I think some people are just mad about that. Yeah, I'm totally cool with that.
Right.
And the thing for me is that usually a lot of VR games, they're priced really decently, you know, so it's easy to just pick up a game even if you don't like it.
Sure.
This one's $60, so that's a little bit more hard on the wallet if it's a game that you don't think you're going to like and play a lot. So for me, it's $60. It's like, man, I don't know. Like, I don't play Project Cars 2 that much anyways, but I do think it's an excellent game. Project Cars 2, I think is great.
At that price too, I expect like an amazing blow my mind game, you know, like a new Forza or something. Yeah, I mean, that's a AAA game. It should be AAA. So to come out of the gate like that, and even flat gamers are saying that it's not even good. So it's not even like the VR compatibility or anything, you know. I don't know. I'm kind of sad about it. I really wanted a new racing game just to dive into. Right. And I guess it's not it, at least not yet. I don't know.
I mean, if you've played it,
I would love to know what people think.
Yeah, if people have played it,
especially, please tell me.
Especially in
VR.
Comments,
please.
Yeah, if you've played it in VR, let us know. But I mean, some of the reviews, I mean, just reading them, like I was reading this one earlier. The VR suffers most from bad performance, even all on low with a 2080 Ti. It's not possible to hold 90 frames per second, which is pretty bad. If we look at Project Cars 2 or AMS2, we can see that the engine was good performance in VR, but not in Project Cars 3. It's all worse. So I mean, just a lot of bad reviews. And
the only fear for me, though, I guess, is that most of these reviews are coming from people who are super sim guys, right?
Right.
So they love sim racing. And I just saw Rudell in chat said that it's arcade and it's good for him. So
right, and that's what I might like it better.
And I'm okay with that. I'm totally cool with that. I just don't want to degrade what I've already been playing.
Yeah,
I don't want something worse or the same.
The problem is
Welcome
for
to
me.
Coffee and VR, everybody. It's
now
Saturday morning.
I'm
Are you
switch
ready?
back. That's gonna play again. Sorry, let me shut that off. But my
Come on,
problem.
man. Play it on loop.
My only problem is if the graphics are worse, if it runs worse, because Project Cars is a hard game to run anyways. That's my only, but I think that if we give it a little bit of time, they're gonna, it's gonna get better. Just like you said with Dirt Rally 2.0, when it came out, it ran like garbage, and they kept making it better. So I think we're gonna see that some more. But I probably will end up picking this up just because I want to experience it and try it out. I haven't gotten the racing seat out in a little bit. I'll bust that thing out, and I know you're gonna.
I've been trying to get you to get it out.
I know
man.
once you get this thing out. I know once you get
this
game though, you're gonna be lost in it for hours. I'm sure you are, because you do that in the sim racing games all the time. So I think you should just pick it up. I think you should just buy it.
I know.
You can always
and I probably will. If I'm having like a day where I'm like, I really don't know what I want to play, or I'm bored and want something new, I'll probably end up just picking it up. And I do know that Sebastian also over on MRTV had a 14% off code for this, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think that's right.
So you can look, I think, in one of his videos and hook him up at least with some of that, because it's 14 off a new game, 14%, but it was from, I forget, another website.
Yeah, it was another website, but
yeah, it was.
So I guess this is a little bit more of a downer info, but not too much. But Facebook Horizon, so the beta is out, and people can get into this. And I went into this yesterday for a while, and I tried some different experiences. I think my hopes were set way too high for Facebook Horizons, and I think gaming science teacher told me that a long time ago. She's like, "Look, I think your expectations are not realistic for what this game is going to be," and I'm disappointed. Like, I mean, it is. It has a long ways to go, and I shouldn't say that I'm disappointed, because it runs good and everything, but I think that it's going to need some time for some creators to get in there and really build some cool experiences, some cool worlds, because there are building tools inside this. You can build stuff from inside VR in this, and I think that's going to be really cool when we get some super talented people.
Sure.
Right now, it's very basic.
And that's true, but like for me, I think it's almost exactly where I expected it. I mean, we kind of talked like before, like it was going to be like an alt space, which it pretty much is identical to that to me from watching it. I haven't actually been accepted to the beta.
I got in, and my wife got in, so I couldn't believe.
And my wife didn't get in, and I didn't either. So I'm stuck without seeing it yet until hopefully next weekend. But for me, it's not one I'm like running to. Like, this isn't something. I think it's great. I think it could be great. I just don't think it's.
I don't know. I mean,
what they need right now.
I had hopes for more of the metaverse kind of a thing where everybody goes in there and they hang out, and then they go into these excellent experiences and stuff together. So far, everything I've tried was super, super basic. I mean, it seemed good for maybe 10-year-olds. Like, I think 10-year-olds could go in and have a ton of fun, but I was like. I mean, maybe there's some experiences that I'm missing that I haven't tried yet that are going to be awesome, but I don't know. It's got a long ways to go.
Like, to me, the disappointment in watching it is just the details. There are no details. And I'm not saying there has to be, because, with Quest and stuff, but we've seen stuff have details or different texture. I don't know. It just looks too basic for me. I mean, it doesn't look exciting.
Graphically, I didn't have an issue. Like, I mean, I was okay with it, but it wasn't anything super fun to do. I don't know. Like, I mean, this was like, I went in with a couple people in this, and they seemed like they were having a good time making the ramen or whatever it is. So I was like, all right. So I just started chopping like crazy to get the point things up so they could keep making ramen. And they seemed like they were having fun. They sounded pretty young. And then this was like a river rafting thing where you just like paddle to one side or the other to change the direction a little bit. Like, it kind of clicks, as you to avoid obstacles. I mean, it's just real basic stuff that I would have expected in 2015 even. It's just I expected a little bit more. I mean, I think that Facebook Horizons poses a danger to things like Rec Room and stuff eventually, but not now. I mean, I think Rec Room is way beyond this.
Once people get some epic videos out with some rooms they've made and they look amazing, but they should have that done out the gate from developers.
But this isn't out yet either. So this is still, just a beta. So
but it's basically an open beta. It's not. I mean, it is closed beta. I know. You still have to be approved, but they're opening up to the masses. They're letting people show videos. So obviously this is pretty close to the final build, or else they wouldn't do that.
Right. But I think they were one of the questions going into the beta is, do you have any experience, building worlds in Unreal or Unity or anything? Do you are you a moderator of a Discord, of a Reddit? I think part of this beta was maybe them wanting to get people in that can build some more stuff.
Sure.
So I think maybe that's what the focus is going to be before the actual launch, is getting some better quality games, worlds, and stuff. And I think it's going to be cool. And I think it has potential as a social thing like VR chat and alt space and, all of that. But I think it's got a long ways to go. Those other platforms have a big jump ahead of what this does. So I think they got a lot of catching up to do, I think.
My dream would be, though, for something like this from a huge company like Facebook, would be to have something like the Minecraft servers, where they have these huge worlds where everyone can build in.
And they are going to have to where you, like, if you build something, you can have moderators and stuff that you can give access to other people that can modify and go in and build. So there can be joint efforts on builds, which I think is going to be really cool. This, honestly, if you do read the memory engine by RenderedRealityvr, it talks about in the beginning, and no spoilers, but the space in that book is, I think it's pronounced Opalia, if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's a very curated space that everybody goes into, and you can go into like you can hack your headset to go into other worlds and stuff that you're not supposed to enter. And this kind of reminds me, as I was playing this, it was after I read a couple of the chapters, and I was like, man, this reminds me of like that Opalia world where it's very curated, it's very pushy on, being appropriate and all that, which is fine, but it just seems like it's going to be very curated and very strict on rules and everything else, which
I mean, I guess it serves its place. It would be a really cool place for people that aren't big into VR already to go into, because it's going to seem great. There's a lot of stuff to do, a lot of customization, the avatars, exploring. It seems very simple to do things. So I think that's great. But to me, I feel like anybody that's into VR already, this just seems too vanilla.
Yeah, it is. One thing, though, that I was honestly really surprised about is when I went in here, it was teleport. And I was like, I'm not even going to look at settings.
You can change it.
Because I guarantee the only thing you're going to be able to do in here is teleport. I already had that in my mind. But I was super surprised you can actually use basically a free locomotion. And there's also a jump. And I could not believe that. I mean, it's not an extreme jump, but there is a button to jump. And I was surprised because Facebook, they've been very, safe. They play it safe a lot, and all their stuff. They have the extreme locomotions and all that. So to have a jump button, I was very impressed. That was cool. So I got to throw that out there.
I mean, I do want to get in there. I'd love for it to prove me wrong, but I'm not excited for it, really. I don't know. It's too bad.
I was way more excited than I should have been, that's for sure.
Right.
And gaming science teacher told me that a long time ago, and she was completely right, because I went in, I was super excited. I got in the beta. I was like, yes, I got home from work. I loaded it up, and I was like, all right, well, this is not what I expected.
Even gaming science teacher in chat said she got the invite, hasn't been in, and because it's not super impressive. And I feel like that's where I'm at with it too, man. I don't know.
I mean, I would rather spend time in Rec Room or something. It's way more fun. But
we needed a W with this for the VR market.
I think it has potential, though. I think down there, give it if it comes out later this year, give it some time next year and stuff to really, because I think there's some super talented people that can really make some cool experiences in this. And I don't know. It's got a long ways to go. It really does. And this trailer made it look pretty good. The new trailer that came out, that's what's playing. It looks pretty good from the trailer, but I was like,
it does.
I don't know. It's still it seems very kid-based. I don't know. It seems very young generation. I don't know. There's just so much good stuff in VR now. I don't know.
I don't know either. I know. And then I feel like Altspace has so much going for it already. And then you have Rec Room that has, tons of good games.
Which VR chat is like
stuff.
VR chat, I feel like, is the adult-rated version of VR of Horizons, because you can have a bunch of ridiculous avatars. In Horizon, you're going to be, the avatars that they allow that you can create and customize. But Altspace, a lot more. Not Altspace, VR chat, a lot more inappropriate stuff is probably going to go on there than what goes on in Facebook Horizons. But yeah.
I don't know. It's another hit for me for VR this week for just not shaping up, man. I don't know.
Yeah, but this week was really actually a massive week for VR.
A ton of stuff. Right?
I mean, I feel like the end of this year, the end of this year is really ramping up, because I feel like, doing the show for a while there through the summer and stuff, it was kind of like, we had to really search for some good stuff to try to talk about. And now it's like, how much of this can we even fit into the show, because there's so much good stuff.
Well, and we're pushing holiday season too, so now you're going to see a ton of stuff from now to holidays, especially with conventions being dropped and now doing them online and stuff. We're going to hear about a ton, I feel like, every week from here to holiday, I hope.
Yep. And some more Quest games coming. This one is Falcon Age, which I've never played this. I think this is a PSVR game. This is coming next week, September 3rd. So it just got announced, I think, yesterday. So they didn't give much time. They just kind of threw it out there like, hey, this is coming to Quest. And so this isn't a Quest trailer. This is just an older trailer. I don't think there's an official Quest trailer yet. So, but art style, graphically, art style and graphically, I think Quest should be able to pull it off pretty good. And I've never, like I've said, I've never played this. I know you have a Falcon and you train it, and I don't even know what all goes on in this game, to be honest. I've never played it, but I might pick it up on the Quest.
Yeah, I do like it. Looks good. I don't know.
I'm down for having a little personal pal, a little Falcon that I can.
A little personal pal.
Yeah, right. I like it. Another one that I did want to throw out there real quick is the Yupitergrad or Yupitergrad.
Oh, now this to me,
is great.
I'm all in for it, man.
This is fantastic. Like when I first saw the trailers and stuff for this game, I was like, okay, that looks pretty cool. But after playing it, I spent a lot more time in this game than I thought I would, and I really liked it. We put out a video last week, but it's definitely the cell shaded art style, the comic book kind of art style. And
I love it though, man. I do.
The movement is fantastic. Like the swinging, you basically have these plungers on reels that you swing stuff. It's so fun. I'm telling you, it's awesome. If you haven't tried this game out, I think it's like $14-15 on Oculus and Steam. The only problem is it doesn't work for Index. Really only supported for Vive and Rift. So
right, which surprises me a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like Index is becoming a standard.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Sure. And I asked them, and they said that hopefully they'll get that support. But they are planning on a PSVR and a Quest version as well. So I think that's going to be their main focus for a while. Sure. But man, it's just a fantastic game. If you haven't watched the video, check it out because it's a blast. But I mean, and you can only shoot things and stick to things that are blue and yellow. So, but it's puzzles. It's all puzzles and timing to get events done, and it's just. Man, it's just so good. So I just
getting thrown under the bus again. Paradise Decay says I need to play this in the Bungie setup.
Yeah, he said that, and he said I'm surprised you didn't do this in the Bungie setup. I was like, well, I don't have that. That's at Tyler's house. So, but I will be there coming up here pretty soon. I'm gonna be at Tyler's house. So I actually haven't tried the Bungie thing, and new pistol whip tracks are out. So I tried to get Tyler to do some face plants and pistol whip. Where you just straight drop. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
For it though for next weekend. So we could actually try that.
Yeah, I want to get in the Bungie setup and do some pistol whips. So I haven't tried the Bungie setup. I'm going to do that. I'm looking forward to it. So that's pretty awesome. Oh man.
Doesn't work on Index like how I know. Yeah, I don't get it either these days. I don't know.
So what do you want to get into next? What are you itching for?
Itching for. I don't want to get into the. Oh, Sam and Max, man. I really wanted to talk about this only because it's got, retro vibes, which I love, obviously from the shirt, which somebody was, I think PD was saying, or no. No, it was Skiva that was saying it. He liked the shirt. But yeah, I love me some retro games and throwbacks. I totally get. But I feel like this is a game that they ported from back then, kind of. Like, I don't know. It feels like it's not made for VR. I don't get it. I guess. I don't know. It doesn't look good to me, truthfully. I'm sad.
The trailer, they could have done a better job on the trailer, I think. And I don't. So run me through this because I'm not actually real familiar with what Sam and Max is.
It's a very comedic game. They banter.
So this wasn't a show or anything. This was started out as a game, right?
Yeah, I think it was originally just a game first. Okay. I think they had a cartoon. I'm trying to think which one was first, though. I think. But yeah, I mean it looks like the old one, which is cool. I'm good for that, but I don't know. Something about it doesn't look great to me. I don't know why. I feel like it's torn between two art styles. I don't know. Maybe it's great. I mean, but like right there, some of the textures just look like they should be more polished. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely not high-end looking.
I'd love to hear from people who actually played the old one too.
Yeah, I've never played it. It says join Sam and Max in an all-new VR caper to help their goofy freelance police agency solve crimes and save the world in 2021. So this is coming in 2021 as far as I know. But this was one of them that got announced at Gamescom 2020, and there was a couple of them, a couple really good ones. And this is, I think some people will be really excited about this though if they have a history in this game. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. And it will be very comedic. It'll be very entertaining, and I'm totally good with that. As I've always said in VR, you don't have to have something that's perfectly polished.
Right, it's and graphics don't have to be super high end.
Right, correct. So it may look 100% different playing. And I'm sure I'll play this just because the feels from the old stuff. But past
I'm
that,
sure I'll try it too.
I know. And PD said it's a bit lackluster. That's kind of how I feel. But it is the cartoon look.
Risky Business said the original was awesome. Anakaze said it was a point-and-click LucasArts game. Then there was a cartoon.
That's what I thought. I didn't know which order it was, though. But yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yep. Yeah, I know. It's cool. I like that we're getting these brands come over, though, from old stuff, recreating stuff.
Fine with me.
And we'll be getting more mainstream stuff. I mean, we've seen it with Walking Dead. We're getting them.
Star Wars, there's a lot of things that are,
right?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are coming over, which is awesome. I'll take it as much as I can.
Squadron stuff, man. I keep catching some of it, and I'm like, oh man.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk a little bit about that too coming up because the new stuff we got for that. Oh,
I know.
It's so good. So good. So what about this Ionia? Ionia? Is that how you say it? This is another one that I think it got leaked before Gamescom, but I believe it was one that was with Gamescom as well. But this is a puzzle rhythm game, a puzzler rhythm game.
The polish though on this, dude.
Oh man, the graphics look insane.
If the gameplay looks like this,
right.
I mean, completely. It should. It reminds me of like a Myst kind of thing.
Yeah,
I guess
like the Avatar movie is what I kind of thought of.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I get that too. Right. I don't know. It's kind of cool. And you're supposed. It doesn't take. I know it's what you're supposed to be a hobbit or something, right? I mean, it does. It looks good. I don't know.
Yeah.
I love puzzle exploring games like this. What was the ones that came out back in 16 that were super polished? Somebody's going to pull out a chat where they had the Chronicles.
What you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I can't think of the name of it. I haven't played those forever. Now. There was like a couple of them. There was like
the 3 chapters or something.
Yeah, 3 chapters or something.
Somebody's going to pull it in a second.
Yeah. So I guess this actually got originally announced in 2019. Rhythm of the Universe Ionia.
Yeah.
But they announced that it'll be launching at the end of this year is what got announced at Gamescom. But so this is going to be an episodic thing as well, as far as I know. So this is the first episode in a planned series. The player can step into a forest teeming with instrument-inspired flora, fauna, and mysterious ruins. The storyline and music-based puzzles are all about preserving the environment, with players taking on the role of Allegro, accompanied by their sister Allegra, to save the Harpa, a mythical being facing terrible danger.
I'm in, man. I mean, I think it's cool.
It's
looks
different.
Good. That's what I like. I want something different like that. It's cool.
Yeah, the graphics and stuff look insane. I mean, they look.
I'm surprised nobody's pulled that game yet. Man, it's gonna drive me nuts.
I can't even think of what. I can't think of the name. I'd have to go back in my
Chronicles, right?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it was Chronicles.
Dang it, I forget, man.
I mean, it's probably in my Rift library somewhere.
The gallery.
That's what it was.
Steve XM.
Yeah.
Oldest subscriber we have. Pulled it, man. Thank you.
Sure. I knew somebody would get it. I just couldn't think of the name. I just went into my library of Oculus to try to find it.
Yeah. Right? I know. Yep. So, I forget what they were. Yeah, the gallery, and then there was 3 of them. They were all named different. Yeah. Those were cool though. Those were super good looking games for back then though too.
Early too. Yeah.
I know, right?
I don't know. I think this one's got some potential for sure.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
I mean, this is
very cool.
Excellent looking.
I agree. This would look great on G2. Oh, I know, right?
Can we talk about this mountain bike simulator thing real quick? I came across this.
Please. I know,
and this just looks absolutely insane to me. And you're actually riding a mountain bike that kind of moves side to side and around in a VR headset, and they put you on the cliff and like real tight to the edge of things, and you have to ride it. I just want to do this. I feel like this would be so much fun. And I mean, I will straight up get my mountain bike and put it on some kind of thing in the VR room. I'm totally down for this.
Exactly.
Oh, they actually have padding around it though too, in case you fall off. But that would be creepy because I mean, heights is a big thing in VR. I mean, heights is one of the senses that VR can really trick. I mean, look at Richie's Plank experience and stuff like that. I mean, it is very convincing seeing heights in VR. So to ride a 100%. Mountain bike right on the edge of this thing is insane.
And then that takes you out because you're on that bike. That then takes you into that world so much more. It's this would be so cool.
It totally gives you the feels of being on a mountain bike and riding that
would be
close
amazing.
To the edge of.
Could you imagine if it had like impacts and stuff on the bottom? Where it like hit upwards into the shocks and stuff.
Oh, like a motion sim rig almost.
Oh, dude, that would be the dream, man. That would be amazing.
So this is called Ride Out, And there's a specialty bike shop located in the Netherlands. So if you're close to the Netherlands,
So
you should
cool.
be able to go try this. I'm not close, unfortunately.
This would be well worth it. Yeah.
So it's a new mountain bike
So dope.
VR experience based on the death-defying antics of professional Scottish trial cyclist Danny Macaskill. So that's so
What if you
cool.
actually like ride off like the edge? I
Like
wonder
what
if they
happens?
have that implemented, or is
Yeah.
it just on rails? You know what I mean?
Oh, there it is. He started. It looked like as
Oh,
soon
yeah,
as he
yeah. So
rode
it just
off,
goes
though,
black
it kind
then.
of blacked out. But
Yep.
man,
Yeah.
I'd love to try it. I think that's really
Oh,
cool.
man.
This is the kind of
Good
stuff that
stuff.
arcades and stuff need.
Yes.
You know, more of
Yes.
that kind of stuff. The stuff you can't really do very easily
Yep.
at home, and the
100%.
stuff that is just. I mean, on the edge of extreme, you know,
I know.
and it also helps because if you have friends and stuff, they're watching, they're cracking up laughing at you freaking out.
Yeah, you need like a 4-player area where everyone has guns. Have a shooting thing over
jeez.
here. Have a bike thing like that.
Oh,
Dude,
I thought you meant guns on the
arcades
bikes.
would
I
be
was like, what?
fire. No,
Yeah, I got
arcades
you.
though would make a huge comeback because they had been struggling for a
Yeah.
while.
Well,
now
it's
it's
hard
becoming
now.
more of a thing.
It's
but-
hard now because of all the COVID crap. So
Well,
I
true.
think
That's
I
true.
think VR arcades were starting to, you know, gain
Yeah,
some
but-
traction, but then
But you still have that 6-foot space because if you have somebody inside of that, you're gonna punch them. So
yeah,
you still have that social
it's
distancing.
just
But
hard
I know it's
because
with the facial
you're
interfaces
swapping
and-
headsets, and like I know Remarcus, like I mean, a lot of these people picked a really bad time to open these things up because it was
Right,
right
right.
before. So I mean, hopefully, you know, they're all coming back and doing okay now. But I know it was a hard time for the VR arcades for a while, which is really
Oh,
sad.
absolutely. I know.
So, and there is
Yeah.
one back in Ohio. We should try to go to that one. There was a new one that opened up.
It was on my list if you had time, so we'll see.
Yeah, we might have to do that.
Yep. I know.
We'll have to take some
See how
cameras so we
how
can
long I
record
get you,
ourselves.
but yeah, exactly. I know,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, so
I
that'd be
know.
cool.
Yep, that does look awesome though. I'd be totally down. You definitely couldn't ride a bike playing it because that would be super dangerous, but I'd love to try something like that.
Once we have, I mean, you can do it on the Quest. I'm down. Big open space with the Quest
Yeah,
on to do
right.
that. That'd be awesome. I mean, you might break a leg or something, but
You would definitely break something, yes.
it's all right. It's worth it.
Your headset. My headset.
Yeah, we'll try it with your headset for sure.
Oh my gosh, you're a
But-
mess. Jeez.
How about Wraith the Oblivion? How about this ridiculous
Oh,
mixed
come on. There's
reality
other stuff
trailer?
to talk about, but okay,
Well,
fine.
you can pick something next, but I just saw this, and they shot this all with Live and mixed reality, and they did a good job. Like I feel like this is how trailers for games need to be done a little bit more to portray the fact that you're actually in these environments. Your
Absolutely.
physical body is in another place in this environment, experiencing what's going on. But
I still feel like people don't get it then. I feel like they think
No.
you're just superimposing over a game sometimes.
they do, but I think it helps. It helps a little bit to convey.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Convey,
Oh,
but
for sure.
it's still. I mean, there's no video in the world that can portray VR. There's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Until you try it
it's
yourself, there's no video in the
true.
world that'll portray
Nope.
it.
There's no depth in flat video. You can't tell all that,
Yeah.
and that's what sucks so bad.
Yeah. The cool thing about this though is that it's coming out everywhere. It's coming out on pretty much every platform in 2021, and it's basically a stealth horror game. I mean, you rely on stealth a lot. You see in the trailer, he's hiding in the closet, like peeking through. There are some superpowers. There's a Wraith Grasp, they're calling it, and you can pick up objects and manipulate them. There's insubstantiality, which allows you to walk through walls. So I think that kind of stuff, like especially walking through walls and stuff, I think will be kind of neat, and how they
So-
do that.
Every time I see something come out for this game, I get more and more excited about it because I'm like, okay, first comes out, I'm like, I'm not a big horror game fan. It's okay. But then every time I see something, it looks better and better.
Yeah.
So I'm totally down for this kind of game. This is the horror game I would like to play only because it has like context to it. Like I feel like some
Right.
of them are just scare tactics, you know, and
Right.
I'm not really, that doesn't really excite me because not a whole lot really scares me. So this looks good though. The quality, the depth of it, I'm totally in.
Yeah,
Totally.
I mean, I'm not a big horror fan either, just because
You like it,
I
though.
like it.
You
It's like a love.
to be-
It's like a love-hate
Right.
relationship because I love it for the fact of how immersive it is and how real it feels. You know, you totally
Sure.
forget that you're in VR when you're scared to death. But at the same time, I hate the feeling of being scared too. Like
You love
it's a very scared feeling in VR,
Right,
and
I
it's
get
just it's completely different than watching any kind of horror film or anything else. So I think this is, but I think this one looks really good out of all the horror
It
games.
does.
I don't pick up all the horror games because I'm just like.
Right.
You know, I don't know. Like you said, there's not a lot of context to it. There's not a lot of gameplay in them a lot of times. It's just to
Right.
scare you. It's just jump scares. Like, I don't want to play something that's just full of jump scares, you know,
I agree.
and stuff
Yep.
like that. This is actually going to have some context to it and some actual in-depth gameplay, it looks like that,
Yep.
you know, and I think the stealth aspect is really cool too, because I think that adds to the immersion of when you're trying. Yeah, and the scare, because there's that that intensity moment. Like when he's in that closet and you're hiding, and even inside of your being is trying to be quiet, and you realize that you don't even probably really have to, but you're trying to be still, you're trying to be quiet, and you don't know what's about to happen, but you're trying for whatever not to notice you hiding. There's just that, I don't know, there's just that realism in the stealth,
build that
I think,
tenseness
in VR.
in you without even getting scared yet.
Yeah, you have all that tension build up in you, and that I think that's what really excites me, is kind of the stealth aspect of hiding, and I don't know, it's cool. It looks good.
Yeah, it really does.
Sure. But what was it you were wanting to get into that I interrupted?
All right. Well, because I have been thinking about it ever since I watched it, was Medal of Honor, man. I'm just like over the top about this now. And the first time I watched this, it gave me goosebumps 3 times in this video.
Yeah, I sent you the clip
because
as soon as
I want to
live
this. You are going to get to do all this and live this and experience it. The stuff that's flying over you and close, they really play on all those VR things so well. Even showing it in this trailer, just the parts that we had in Half-Life Alyx, like with the train wreck. That's all I'm going to say. I feel like there's 30 of these moments coming in this game, and it's like, oh, I cannot freaking wait for this. Respawn does an amazing. I mean, this will just be super hyped about this, man.
I mean, as soon as I saw this trailer come out, I sent it to you because there was some speculation about that this game was going to be a Quest game as well. So a lot of people were speculating that the PC version was probably downgraded and that it was going to come out on the Quest right away. And that didn't happen. It's actually not going to be a Quest game, at least not as of now. It does show Quest at the end, but that's with Link. So the only possibility is playing it with Link. But it's a PC VR. It's PC VR, though. It's built for PC VR, which I'm glad, because that's what they've been doing for a long time.
I know, but do you think they're going to try and push a Quest build after it? I mean, I feel like it would be huge for them to get this on Quest.
Maybe, but at least they didn't build a Quest game that they ported to PC VR.
Sure.
That's what I'm glad didn't happen, because I think a lot of people were worried that the graphics of this weren't going to be that impressive.
Or downgraded.
And I think, I mean, from this trailer, I am super excited about this game. I was already super excited, but we hadn't heard anything about it in so long. I kind of lost a little bit of excitement about it, and we didn't know what was going to happen. Was it still coming this year? And I mean, just from this trailer, the scenes, the
everything, man.
Yeah, I mean, just the environmental things that happen to you,
like right there, a plane. You have to you're ducking from a plane going past. Like, oh my gosh, dude, like. So much stuff. This is insane. I mean, it is. I am super excited. I mean, honestly, this seems to me almost like a VR game experience, because this is okay. But that's what worries me a little bit, because the last Oculus exclusive that we got that was like this, that looked this good from a trailer, was Defector, right? So that looked amazing and was very much on rails, and I wasn't as impressed as I thought. That's the only thing that scares me. Yeah. But being that it's from Respawn, I don't mean, come on, man. It has to be as good as it looks.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I didn't think the Defector. I still like Defector. I still think that was an excellent game.
I agree.
But I don't know that it lived up to the hype, and I think you're right. It might have fallen short a little bit from the hype that it had beforehand. Yeah, but this, I don't know. I mean, so the thing about this game is that they took everything for this game from real things that happened, like interviews with people and everything else, like real experiences that happened during the war of World War II, and it's all put into an experience where you get to be there for these stories that happened. I mean, this is like a history buff's, dream come true.
Everyone's dream come true. I feel like if you don't it's an experience and a game, but you don't have to like shooters, because I feel like this is going to have so much content in it that you're just going to be so involved in what you're doing that it's not like that, I mean, this is, to me, what I see movies of the future being, this is, absolutely.
I mean, you get to experience it. I mean, firsthand experiences of things that happened in World War II. So it says that it's grounded in history telling emotionally authentic stories, weaves in personal stories of the veterans and survivors of the war. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, honestly, if we could have had this kind of technology back when we were in school and you could learn history this way, I mean, maybe it's a little bit too graphic for kids and stuff like that. But I mean, if you could learn history by experiencing the things that happened, how much more would you take away from that than just reading it in a textbook or, you know, listening to a lecture or something like that?
Even if it was like at school with people, all having
Yeah.
that experience at the same time, like, oh, dude, that would be nuts. Like, I mean, but honestly, it just the gameplay and the background for Medal of Honor, all of it is going to be so primo. I'm
Yeah.
just every time I watch, dude, I could watch this 100 times. This trailer, I get
know.
something out of it every single time.
Yeah,
So cool.
It's, I mean, to me, this was probably the absolute highlight of this week was this Medal of Honor
me too.
trailer.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, and it's coming this year, so it's coming holiday season this year. So I'm guessing close to Christmas time,
November,
little
late
before,
November.
yeah, November,
usually.
December,
Yeah,
somewhere around
be
there.
my
I don't
guess.
know. But that means they're close. I mean, that means the game's pretty much done at this point in time, and they're just
sick.
tweaking and
I know.
fine-tuning. And the other good news is multiplayer. There's multiplayer right out of the gate.
I know.
I
right?
don't know the details of how all the
Sure.
multiplayer is going to work yet. They didn't really.
I don't care.
They
I don't
said-
care if it's just co-op. I don't care. Like,
I
that's-
hope
that's
there's co-op.
amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I mean,
I
I'm
agree. I agree.
Totally down for a multiplayer
PD
aspect.
says it does.
Yeah, but I want co-op. I want complete co-op for the whole campaign.
Complete.
Yeah,
Me
I
too.
mean, me and you will play this game all the way through in co-op, and I mean, we will have memories of these things that we've done it before in games, and it's just
I will
co-op in a
milk
game
every
like this.
second of this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
So-
it just looks so good. I
know.
can't express how excited I am for this.
I know
But-
everything, the explosives, the
Yeah.
lighting effect, even with the reflections off that the safe there, all the little details I see in this every time I watch it.
Yeah.
The sounds, like putting that stuff in the tube, everything seems so good.
Do you think
The
this is going
explosion.
to compete for Game of the Year against Half-Life Alyx?
Whew, good question.
That's a tough one to be up
That's
against.
a loaded question there, man. I don't know. It honestly, to me, this already is gonna beat Half-Life Alyx. They're different to me, so that's the hard thing. You
Yeah,
know,
they're
with this
just-
coming
yeah.
out with some multiplayer / co-op, I feel just adds to the immersion of the experience in the game. So I feel like this really, if everything we're seeing, I can do with a buddy, with a friend, with you guys, with you, Sean, I feel like it's a win for me because playing Half-Life Alyx, I feel like that was the one thing missing.
Yeah,
Like I
me
wanted
too.
you to help me or show me something or do that with me.
Yeah.
So
it's just so cool to be like, dude, look at this. Look what I found over here. Like, look what's
It's a
in this
hard
locker. You know what I
know.
mean? Like, it's
I
just
know, dude. Because you miss stuff in VR
shoot
where
this
you
head
might
crab
catch
that's
it.
pulling
I
me
know,
up into
I
the
know,
ceiling.
dude.
You know what
I
I
know.
mean? It's just,
So
man, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm really
Yeah.
excited for this. I hope it doesn't let us down. I don't think it will because of it being Respawn, but I mean, it
okay,
just looks so good.
wait. You have to answer that same freaking question though. If I did,
Do I think
Which
it's going
one?
to compete with
Game of the
Half-Life
Year.
Alyx? I
if
mean,
you had to pick right now without playing it and
well,
knowing,
that's impossible. I can't pick
Come
without
on, dude.
playing it. I can't pick
Honestly,
without playing it. But if it
this-
has
this is gonna take
co-op,
it, dude.
if it has co-op all the way through, that's. I mean, you know me. I'm a co-op multiplayer guy. We both are. So that's going to add to it big time. Even though Half-Life
I know.
Alyx has all the modding tools and all the stuff that
Right,
has come
right.
out afterwards, there's still no multiplayer or any kind of co-op.
Yeah, man.
So I
It
think
draws me
that.
back.
But
Yep.
Half-Life Alyx is such a good game. I mean, by far
It
right
is.
now the best game that
It
we
is.
have in VR. I
Sure.
would say.
So far.
So I don't know. I think it stands a chance. I think just
Right.
my excitement that I feel for this trailer in the game right now, I think that it potentially has a chance, and we'll see.
So do you think the third contender would be Facebook Horizon then?
Oh, I mean, that'll win for sure. I mean, Facebook will just buy votes. They'll just buy it so that everybody says it's the best.
Sure,
And, I
right.
don't know.
They'll promote it on Facebook, put it
Yeah.
right to the top of the
They'll
news
ban
feed,
your
done.
they'll ban your account if you don't say it's the best game ever. But nah, I don't know. I think this
know.
is gonna be great. So the way they're breaking this down is that this is essentially gonna be 3 acts. And Act 1 is gonna be working with the French Resistance, getting ready for the invasion. Act 2 is D-Day. The fight to get to Berlin, and Act 3 is dealing with the Nazi secret weapon program. So,
which lets them put them in different environments. So like you'll see stuff in this video with like snow, on
Right.
water, on land, in the air. So all these experiences are going to get to be done inside this game, which just
yeah,
come on, I want it now, man. I can't
do
wait
too.
any longer.
I
I
do
really
too.
can't.
I need
This winter can't come fast enough. I need to take like 2 weeks
I
off
was gonna say
with this, my G2, and just
G2. Oh, I didn't even think.
lock the door, man.
Yeah.
Lock the door. Can you
Hopefully,
imagine?
Revive is working real quick
Oh,
for
it
this because
will.
this
Come
is going to
on,
be
yeah.
Oculus exclusive. But the thing is, with Half-Life Alyx, it worked out so good in a sense. I mean, it was terrible what happened in the world when Half-Life Alyx came out, and that was all the
Sure,
COVID
sure.
stuff broke. But that put me home a lot, and right at the time when Half-Life Alyx came out. So I might need to find out the release date of this and take off a couple days because I
agree.
do want to get
This
lost
would be
in
one.
this.
Yep, I
Yeah,
would
this is
love
worth
to
it.
not be working, man.
This
And
is
if we get a
worth it.
drop early enough, work.
So-
What's that? Yeah.
So, some people in chat, I mean, chat's been going a little bit crazy. People saying, wow. I mean, people so
I know.
excited.
We appreciate everybody being here.
Yeah. Judge Dredd said, I'm going to need endless ammo. Elise Lacombe said, I would want to learn history from this, which is another thing. It's awesome. You will. Like, you will learn about World War II and the events that did happen. I mean, this is complete a history lesson.
You can't tell the story of being on a boat like that, trapped, being scared, the water going, the bombs.
The fear that you feel in you, things blowing up all around you. This is, Paradise Decay says it does have co-op. Risky Business said, I can't wait to play this. Super pumped. Let me see. I think Paradise Decay at some point said he thinks that this will, so he said, I think this will be on the new quest. So he thinks that they're going to announce the new quest and that this will be on that quest, which if it's maybe more powerful hardware, I don't know. I mean, in that picture at the end where it shows a rift and a quest, it does show the link cable plugged into the quest and everything else. I don't know, though. We don't know what's going to happen with Quest 2. Yeah, it says playable on Quest with link or something.
Required, right? Something like that. Yeah. I don't know. This would be this. If they could get this running on a Quest, I would, bow down to them because that would be unbelievable, truthfully. And sure, less textures and stuff like that, but that would be huge. It really would be.
Yeah. Yep. But, either way, I am super excited. The graphics and stuff in the video, so excited. Paradise Decay said, I still have memories of fishing with you guys, and those memories feel so realistic. And that's the power of VR. Like, we did fish together for all intents and purposes. We did,
I need to go back, and we talked about this probably a year ago now at this point, but I need to go get one of those gunpowder candles for this game because that would be so legit.
I have one of those, actually.
You do still have one? Okay.
So I have one. It's not exactly, it doesn't smell exactly like gunpowder. It's a little more, I don't know, like soapy kind of smell. But I'm going to probably try that. That's a good idea. I forgot I actually have it. So we'll see what happens. Artful said, going to be a great autumn with this and Star Wars Squadrons.
Dude, there's so much, man. So much.
Yeah. Paradise Decay said, despite the Facebook news, this is an awesome time for VR.
Yep. I can't wait, man. This holiday is going to be huge. Honestly, I feel like, I was just telling somebody this, I feel like VR is going to be that one thing this year that people want to go out and get and can't buy.
I hope so.
Because the limited availability of it.
I don't know if they
and
put
the
up that
stuff
new
now
Quest.
getting put out there on social media. I know, but are we going to see it drop before holiday? That's the thing. Are they just going to announce it?
So there was a leak for, and I don't know where the original source came from, but there was a leak from, it looked like a store. Let me see if I can find it. It looked like a store post.
Oh, yeah. I have it. Right. Like an inventory post or something.
And it
almost,
shows Quest 2, and it shows two different SKUs.
One priced at $299 and one priced at $399.
Was it $399? Why can I not find that now?
There was one at $299 and one at $399.
So they're showing a 64 gig model at $299, and they're showing a street date of 10/13, October 13th, and then they're showing a 256 gig version for $399. And with a street date of 10/13. So if they can pump these things out and actually have a release date of 10/13 and the inventory is high enough, that could be a huge holiday.
Sure, could be. It'd be huge. I really think it would fly off the shelves. And I said this, I think, last week. There's really no big console this year that people are trying to buy. So it's
PlayStation 5,
super
the Xbox. That should be out, right?
But the prices, man. Like I'm talking like Switch price. So not everybody's willing to spend $600 on a console. So if you have something come out that's half the price, that's just as fun, why wouldn't you?
So. And I saw, I think Mewater said, I'd buy the new Quest for this if it was link free. If you get the new Quest and Medal of Honor plate on there without link. I'm going to order one. If this thing comes out 10/13 or whatever, I'm definitely going to pre-order one. I'm going to have one for sure. So at least the $299 version.
That be the new combo? Will the new light version and a G2, will that be the new go-to now?
Man, that'd be nice.
Have we gone to totally different headsets by then? Maybe. Holiday?
I don't know. Yeah. Man, I can't wait for that G2. And we do have a little bit more G2 talk too. I don't know if we're ready to get into that.
We do. Sure. Yeah.
Why not? Into G2?
You can. We can talk about, I know you, House Flipper, dropped.
House Flipper is out. That's on Quest. I haven't tried that yet. I was actually kind of excited about that, watching some of the videos and stuff.
Right.
It doesn't seem as exciting as I thought. It seems like it's a lot of cleaning up and rearranging houses and stuff, but I'll probably still try it. I know gaming science teacher mentioned it. I'm curious if she played it, if she liked it. Like in the beginning, it just seems like you're picking up a bunch of trash, and I'm like, I don't know.
You do. When you get the place, it's all demolished and stuff, and you have to get it back to blank slate, and then you can build.
Yeah, but the reviews, like I was looking at some of the reviews on the Quest, and people were really liking it, almost like it's therapeutic. You know what I mean? So I might pick it up. I might give it a try. I don't know.
I feel like my wife would love this one because
That's what
she
I was
likes
thinking. I feel like
goal-oriented stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I might pick it up, and I might see if she wants to try it out too and see what she thinks. But if you've played this, let me know, because is it something I should pick up? Is it worth it? I don't know.
I don't know either. Yeah.
But
it's cool. Not my cup of tea, I guess.
Is there anybody here that's even excited for the G2, though? I don't really know. Is there anybody in chat that's excited for the G2? Probably not, right?
I feel like that's what everyone should be buying, like, is a G2. I mean, when I recommend one now.
Real.
I know.
G2 hype is real. So this is a leak that came out on like a French website. I believe it was a French like news, VR news kind of website. And they are saying, so let's rewind. Italian. I think you're right. Yeah. So let's rewind a little bit. There was an article that came out on Upload, and they said that HP basically teased that they have more in store. They're working on more things than just the G2, just this one headset or whatever. And they also talked about, in the article, they talked about software stuff. So there's more software stuff they have to announce. And they have some big announcements that are coming. I don't know when they're coming exactly. So that got me a little bit thinking, like, what are they doing? So, and then this leak came out, which is called the, what is this, Omnicept? And this, if you look closely at this image, it's hard to see, but there's actually a different, under the headset there's another thing hanging down. And supposedly this is going to be doing eye tracking and face tracking. Right. Is what they're saying.
So, when we first started talking about it, we started saying module and stuff, but, we never saw an actual plug or anything on the bottom of the initial, images that we got, or do I think there is?
Yeah, I was thinking Pimax route, like the route Pimax went with they were going to do add-ons, a bunch of add-ons, which I like the idea of add-ons. I like that.
Right. Sure, I agree too. But being that now it may have a whole new name, it's going to be a different edition.
Yeah, this is a different.
It's probably going to be part of it. So, are we going to see a G2 like that's a grand maybe that has eye, face, mouth tracking? Maybe, who knows?
I think so.
I don't know. I feel like though that this announcement or this next gen headset this close to the other one is a bad thing though. If this was actually coming, I feel like they should have announced this out of the gate, because you're going to get a lot of people who have pre-ordered the G2 or buy it, and then they drop the announcement of this and are going to be pissed.
Yeah.
Because they could have spent the extra $200 or something and got it with the face tracking.
Yeah.
So
I'm a little.
I don't know, man. Or is it Enterprise or I don't know.
I'm a little bit annoyed by this, to be honest, because this is a completely different headset, and I already have my pre-order in. And that was what, $599, I think it was, $600 for a G2. Yep. We don't know what the price of this is going to be. Is this going to be $800? Is this going to be $1,000?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Is, like you said, is it going to be Enterprise? Is there going to be, how is the software side of this going to work? Is this going to be an add-on that'll work in any game with an avatar? Is this going to be just games that implement, which I have to imagine it would just be games that would implement the SDK that would allow this to work.
Sure.
But I mean, if I had the option of the two, and this is something that is going to be adopted pretty heavily in games, I would rather have this version, right? So is there going to be a trade-in program? Can I trade in my regular G2 to, how am I going to get a discount?
Version?
Like, I don't,
is this going to work? I feel like a module is the way to go, because you are going to sell that, right off the bat. When it's not implemented and everything yet, nobody's really going to want it or pay for that more expensive headset, because why? There's no real reason. So you're kind of, I don't know, to have it where you can upgrade, I feel is the way to go, because once everyone has it and you see somebody that has full face tracking, when you're in a game with them, they can talk to you, you almost see their face or see movements of what they're doing, you're going to want that too. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's that jealousy factor of wanting something. So I feel like it's an easy upgrade, but then to buy a headset or upgrade to a headset For more money, I don't feel like that's going to happen.
It seems so much more obtainable when it's an add-on. It seems, you already bought the headset. That $600 price tag is far behind you now. You forgot about spending that money. A couple months later, you come out with this module that's $200, $300. It's a whole lot easier to drop that money than to be like, I got to spend another $1,000, to get on a whole new headset. No way. So I don't know how I'm really curious to see how they're going to implement this. I know A Birdie said this will be enterprise only, which could be the case. And we've seen with enterprise only devices, the prices are super inflated usually. So
exactly.
But this might
can't be because it's based off a G2. So you can't say that it's going to be a $2,000 headset or $1,500 headset when you're just adding that. I mean,
I wouldn't think so. I don't know. Me, though. I imagine it probably is going to be enterprise only. And the thing is that this kind of technology, with the world that we live in now, the doors have opened so much wider for social VR in the workplace, and things like that. So this kind of technology is really going to be a big advantage for things that you would have normally done face-to-face in person that you're going to do in VR in the future. So this, people have been working on this technology for a long time.
Yeah,
Facebook
we know it's going to be in our hands, in consumers' hands across the board. Not yet, but it will be eventually.
Probably next year we'll start to see some of this. Because we've seen the stuff from Facebook, from their face tracking, their mouth tracking, all of the iterations that they've gone through, and they're continuing to perfect it. So, I don't know, but I do wish this is still a leak, so none of this is completely, 100% for sure. So don't get too bent out of shape, if you already ordered your G2 and you want this one. But
I don't care. Yeah, and that's kind of what people are saying. Like, why do you really need face tracking? And honestly, it's only for really detailed social experiences one-on-one with other people. So it doesn't do anything for me to have face tracking. Now, if we have eye tracking, that's a whole different story.
And this is supposed to have eye tracking too.
Right. That pushes totally different boundaries on things.
I think the main reason I need this
and stuff. So
Paradise Decay hit the nail on the head for the main reason I need this. FOMO, fear of missing out.
Right, exactly.
But at the same time, though, once this is in all games, like you're saying, the face tracking and stuff, you're not too worried about. But if we're playing Medal of Honor, the new Medal of Honor game together, we're playing that game co-op, and we have face tracking. When you're saying something to me and I look over at you and I see your facial
my mouse hitting the floor, my jaw's on the floor.
Yeah, exactly. But it does. I think for right now, the biggest benefit of this technology is going to be the social aspect of working in VR, stuff like that, meetings in VR. But I think it still has huge potential for just the regular gaming space too. But
it does. It does for better experiences, but at what price point right now? And until it's implemented into every headset or starting to be put in, I don't feel like it's worth worrying about at the moment. But
Vert Chill VR said this makes me want the module for the Index. Frunk face camera module, which they could do that. The thing is with Index, they've left that option there that they can add anything they want down the road with having that Frunk module. But and Ham for the Win said if the screen was better, I would be annoyed. So if this was a better screen with face tracking, eye tracking. The one thing I'm curious about with the eye tracking is that only going to be used for rendering what your eyes are doing, or is it going to be for foveated rendering, because that's still something that's been out there that we haven't really seen in a consumer headset that's been perfected yet. If that was the case, I would be a little annoyed because I do want some foveated rendering.
I agree. That would be a huge upgrade. And if that is part of this, I could see an expensive enterprise version.
Right.
But I don't know if I see that software being used by, Microsoft. I don't know. Are they that advanced? They could be.
They could be, yeah.
But
they obviously have seen the potential in the market of the mad Oculus Facebook customers. Matt Wookie, thank you for the super
cheers,
chat.
man.
That's awesome. Cheers.
Man, we really appreciate you guys.
There were some things when all the Facebook stuff went down, Twitter kind of going back and forth. There was people from HP saying, well, guess what? With the Reverb G2, you don't need a Facebook account, and all this stuff. So, so they have seen, I think, the market opportunity that is there. I think that I think a lot of the big company players are starting to realize, especially in this climate that we live in today, that VR is such a viable option for many, many more things than just gaming. So I don't know. They might have a lot more up their sleeve than what we expect them to, and I can't wait to find out.
I hope they do. I hope. I hope this is real. I hope this isn't just a render that somebody did.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It'd be awesome.
Scion
I
VR
don't think
says
I would buy
it's still not as good as Lighthouse tracking, which I agree.
Right.
I do want to get a third Lighthouse though.
I know. I was just gonna say that too. We were talking about that.
I feel like everybody thinks that the Lighthouse tracking is just absolutely, the best thing ever, and it's great. It's definitely better than inside out tracking, but I still lose tracking. I have two Lighthouse set up with an index. I still lose tracking sometimes, and that might be because a lot of times I have a ton of lights on and stuff. But
so I don't lose tracking, but I do notice when I spin around sometimes, if I'm aiming down the sights, I notice just a slight like millimeter glitch in my gun sometimes when I switch.
Well, a lot of times, like in contractors with the Lighthouse, like when I duck, like when I go down to a knee to do slides and stuff, it almost seems like, and I don't know if this is a setting I can change, but it almost seems like my gun and stuff is delayed. So if I'm going down, instead of being like this, it's like this. You know what I mean? Like it like moves a little bit, and I don't know if that's just something with my setup or what, but I lose tracking. I mean, I do have glitches still, losing tracking with the base stations, and I've moved them to try to make it a little bit better. I have 2.0 base stations, but I still want a third. I was talking to Zach Fontaine. I think he was saying he runs a 3 base station setup and he never loses tracking. So
which we used to run the 3 on, which I still do. I have another setup with the Rift, the original CV1, and it was great with 3. I loved it, man. That was hard to go to anything else.
They're just too expensive though. Like to get another base station's like what, $200? Yeah, like I don't want to spend that on just a base station. So eventually I will. But
I mean, it has Bluetooth and gyros in it and blah blah blah. I get it, but still, man, that's expensive. It's a lot of cash.
Yeah, and now we're going to be having to get this 3090 that's going to be coming up soon just to be able to run this G2 in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Probably weren't you telling me that people in Microsoft Flight Simulator were
I was just going
to flying into the hurricane and stuff?
Yes.
Man,
so during this whole storm, because it has active weather running, they actually were flying through the hurricane and look. I mean, I guess flying above, seeing the clouds, the storms. It's all real weather. All with people that you're in there with. I mean, it would just be so freaking cool to see all this stuff. And they're already doing it. So I know.
I haven't played it flat. I haven't downloaded or bought it or anything yet. I really want to wait for the VR support. But I was telling somebody at work that the other day about this game, and that you could actually fly into the hurricane and all that. And he was like, what? Like, I don't even think he fully understood that, like, the vast scope of this game. It's crazy. I mean, it's... Yeah,
I know. It'd be so cool to be flying and see a storm ahead of you, because in real life, you can see them coming in front of you. Big fronts and stuff. It would just look so freaking cool, man.
Yeah, I can't wait. I mean, I'm honestly, like I've said before, I'm not a big flight sim guy. That's not my bread and butter. But I am very, very excited for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 in VR.
I know. I mean, man, this list of games, it's so dope.
Yeah, so Ham said, I've been tinkering with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. It's more fun than I expected. Closest our closet pancake gaming. We might have to put him in the box.
Box of shame, man.
Yeah, box of shame for flat gaming. But I don't blame you. I wouldn't mind messing around with Flight Sim a little bit just to get some... do you have to like unlock anything in that, or is I don't even know how that game's gonna work, to be honest. I don't
know. I don't. Yeah, do they have unlocks for? I don't think so. I think you come out of the gate with however many planes there are.
Really?
Have a bunch of high detailed hand placed maps or airports. I forget how many. I think it's like 40 or some that are like complete, like detailed.
Yeah.
Maybe more than that. And but the rest of them are all generated through Bing, and I guess they look unbelievable even without being hand.
It just sounds too good to be true. I mean, I still don't quite understand how they're gonna pull this off and how it's gonna run in VR. I just hope it's doable in VR. I don't know.
Oh, dude.
It's gonna be insane. So
I know, running that and a G2, like that's gonna.
I mean, that's why they're launching together, basically. That's why it's exclusive to the Windows Mixed Reality platform for a little bit or whatever. However, they're gonna do that, but man, I don't know. So. Yeah,
struggle hitting frames in VR. I know.
Yeah, we didn't talk about Squadrons. Let's show this new
Squadron. Wait, can we when it drops, can we get everybody to get on and fly together? Because you can create servers inside of it and have people join private servers, and you're all flying together. 50 people can be flying.
I'm totally down. If we can do it, I'm totally down. I mean, I would love to do that. Can I ride shotgun though? I just want to see the sights.
Here we go. You always want to freaking ride. You would ride around in Project Cars 3 if you could, if there was a passenger seat.
Oh, I'd buy it right now for $60 if I could just ride shotgun with people all day long. I really would. I'm totally serious.
Okay, the only game that I actually would like to do that would be like Dirt, where you could have a navigator. That would be amazing to have an actual navigator with like. Oh, dude,
That's too
that'd
much
be
work.
sick.
I just want
Might
to
make me
sit
sick,
there.
actually.
I just want
Right.
to sit there and ride around. That's all I want to do. I don't want to navigate. I don't want to do anything. I'll take care of the radio. I'll put on some music, but other than that, I just want you to drive me around or whoever. I'll just jump in. I'll jump in with Greg's VR while he's shooting some video.
Yep.
I'll just ride shotgun. It'd be sweet. Totally.
Sounds
down.
like everybody that's down to play it is down to join up and fly together.
Yeah.
That would be so freaking cool.
Let's do it.
Oh, 737 with little, Piper Cessnas or something. Oh
Yeah,
man,
let's
right
do
off the
it.
wing.
Seriously.
Dude, to look out and see somebody else like
The
flying
only
and stuff.
problem
Oh
with
my
this
gosh.
is that everybody's going to be in like 737s and Cessnas and stuff. I'm going to be in the fighter jet shooting all of you down the whole time. And that's
we could go to like the Grand Canyon and fly down in the canyon and stuff. Oh, it's so
yeah.
much stuff, dude.
Let's do it. I'm totally down. We're going to make that happen
So
for
good.
sure. No doubt about it. But yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
I know.
Cannot wait.
Man, I'm pumped. There's so much good stuff. All right,
Yeah, this
sorry.
year, end of this year is just
Like
ridiculous.
it was such a sad week for me for VR with some of the stuff we got with like Project Cars 3 and Horizon, but there's so much we're getting. I don't really care.
Yeah, it's really good. It's so
I know.
good. So,
I did want to. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
I
Yep.
was gonna
Squadrons.
play, yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
What were you going to say?
Oh, nothing. Go ahead.
Okay. Star Wars Squadrons. Here it is.
Yeah. Another one.
In all
I'm
its
hyped for.
glory.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. Another one that is just absolutely ridiculous. And we got to see like in this trailer, I think this is all about the single player campaign and stuff, but in the trailer it did show a VR view of kind of panning through, at least we think it was a VR view, kind of panning through like an X-Wing and stuff, and the detailed of the cockpit, it looks super detailed. So I mean, another game that's just going to blow people away, I think. I mean, how do you top some of these games that we're getting this? How do you top Star Wars Squadrons, Medal of Honor? I mean, it's just
a full Star Wars experience.
Yeah.
There's ways to top it. Don't test it because it's probably coming. They're probably working.
I mean, compared to like Vader Immortal that we got on Quest and stuff, this is like a whole new animal. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know, man. Oh, just. I want to take 2 weeks off. I'm gonna need 3 weeks off with all this stuff, dude.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I wish I could just quit working for the rest of the year so I could just play all these ridiculous games that are coming out.
All right, here's the deal. You can move into my basement.
Oh, jeez.
Help me remodel the basement, live here, and play games. How about
good.
that?
All right. I'll see if the wife will approve.
Right.
I don't know that she will, but
Probably. You can try. But yeah, I just, again, a AAA game, gorgeous looking. Even if you don't like flight sims, I feel like this is arcade enough that you will like it.
Yeah.
It's so dope.
I mean, just seeing the characters, face to face and the faces moving and them talking directly to you, especially if you're a huge Star Wars fan. I mean, this is like a dream come true. I can't imagine somebody that's not a huge Star Wars fan not wanting to just go out and buy VR to do this.
TIE Fighter, I know.
Yeah, how do
absolutely.
you not get VR for this if you're a big Star Wars fan? I don't
Sure,
understand.
absolutely.
I mean, this is better than what you can do at Disney, in my opinion.
Sure, 100%.
Yeah.
100% better.
And
I mean, if you had a motion rig like y'all or something to actually give you motion for this too, 100%
get
better
some
than
good
Disney.
flight controls, some HOTAS and stuff.
Yep.
Man, crazy.
Oh, dude, I know. I wonder I guess there wouldn't need rudders for this. There wouldn't really be rudders.
Yeah.
So probably not. Yeah.
know.
It's so cool, man. I know.
Pretty crazy.
I know.
Yeah, this is coming this year too, right? There's so many dates I can't even remember them all now.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think when this said this
I can't
was
remember if
dropping.
this is 2020 or 2021 now. I think it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's supposed to be fall. I don't think it's gotten pushed back. I believe it's still supposed to be fall.
I thought that's what it was fall, but that seems like too soon. Like we would be hearing about.
I mean, I don't know how we're gonna have time to play all of these games. There's so many good stuff. Like I don't understand how we're gonna be able to do all of it. But
yeah, people are talking about HOTAs, but I highly recommend the T-Flight.
Yeah, I gotta go pick one up.
Which Damo just said that he got. Yeah, they're great for the money. I think they're what, like $80 or $79?
Yeah,
they're awesome, man. They really are.
Like $60 to $80, something like that.
Yeah, they're amazing. Pick one up. Highly recommend.
Mad Wookie said he has a motion rig too, and I think it was who was it? Spry Guy that got the Yoast.
Yeah, I think so.
The Yaw VR was it Spry Guy?
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. Yep.
Hopefully, I'm getting that right, but.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be a good one to pick up.
October 2nd, Mad Wookie just said.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
said it right there. 10/2. Yep.
There you go.
So I couldn't remember the
so
date.
it is
I knew it was supposed to be this fall, but Oh, man, so much good stuff. And I did see somebody in chat said that Stride got pushed back. Stride was supposed to release last week.
It did.
That did get pushed back. I think for good reason. I think they're really. We talked to the developer a little bit, and they said that they were really stressed right now with trying to get it. They've listened to the community for the beta and what some of them have said, and they're trying to perfect it. They want to have a good launch. They want the game to do well. And it's I don't know. We're not allowed to show video or anything of it of the beta that we were in, but I think the game has a ton of potential. I don't know how much we're really allowed to talk about it, but I think it has a ton of potential. I think that it has a little bit of a learning curve because of all the controls, and it's not so much all the controls, but like you can jump and wall run and duck and shoot, and there's just a lot of things when you're trying to go fast, and when you jump, you kind of raise your arms up to jump, and I think once people get that down and they really get the flow of it, I think we're going to see some ridiculous videos of people just parkour and super fast running through and blowing through things. I think they're on the right path. I think they're on a good path. I think it's good that they maybe delayed it a little bit, because I would rather them delay it a little bit and perfect it and have a good launch than to
is better than releasing it short. Yeah, I think so for sure.
So we'll see.
And we've got some great ideas for it that we would love to have implemented, kind of like we talked about with like Pistol Whip 2 back in the day.
Yeah.
And they've done some stuff like that with their gun add-ons and stuff and packs.
Yeah, we've talked to them a little bit.
We've do fun things.
We've gave them some ideas and stuff, so we'll see what all comes of it. But hopefully the launch will go good. I know some people probably in here were in the beta, and even the people that have played the beta seem to be impressed. They seem to like it. I know being in the Discord and stuff, a lot of people are really excited for the game, and there's a decent amount of hype around it right now. So I think that's
cool mechanics for the hand running, because like a lot of times I don't like the arm movement for running, but in something like this where it is very physical, it's cool. It's definitely awesome.
Yeah, so. It's a workout. It's gonna be a workout. So
yep. The other thing I did want to mention is we really do appreciate everyone buying all the merch from our merch store. We have had a bunch of orders and stuff go out, so we really do appreciate all that.
For sure.
We're glad you guys are liking what we're putting out. We're still going to drop some more stuff too.
Yeah, I think the hats are available too now. Just a black
dude, I don't
one
have
and a
them
dark
yet.
blue. Yeah, you ordered some, but I think they are available to order now. They're on the site if you're interested in a hat. So I got to pick some stuff up too.
It's a trucker and a dad cap, no snapbacks. But if you guys want a snapback, let us know.
Yeah.
We'll definitely throw one out there.
Definitely. I haven't ordered any of the stuff yet because I'm about to be out of town, and I figured my luck it would show up when I'm not here. Even I think the memory engine, the physical book, I think it's coming on a day when I won't be in town. So, which is a real bummer. I was hoping it would show up before I left, but I don't think it will. But. So.
We had another scare. I had a package show up that I had no clue where it was from on the porch, and we're like, what if it's a G2? What if they ship it to us?
That'd be so awesome.
Oh, man, I know, right?
Oh, that would have been fantastic.
It was the dream, but not the case.
Yeah, so, and I know we've had some questions about when's they're going to be our next Saturday contractors match, and I don't know for sure. Hopefully that'll come soon. We can maybe, this week's going to be tough because I'm going to be out of town, but so hopefully we can do that soon. But I don't know. I mean, I've played this past week. I played quite a bit of stuff with Facebook Horizon. I did a decent amount of fishing this week. I still love the real VR fishing. We need to hop back in there with everybody. Maybe today a little bit. I don't know, or tomorrow.
I actually, I think it was last Sunday. I was playing the Forest, and I went into my world, which was huge, and I made it an open match for public to join and stuff, and people were coming in. And oh my gosh, I forgot how much fun it is. I had ramps built up above the trees.
Yeah, the forest is ridiculous.
Jump off and
hang
fly.
gliders and all kinds of stuff.
Man. Yeah, I know.
And I played a bunch of Yupitergrad, which was awesome.
Right.
Some Stride. I mean, all kinds of stuff this past week. And there's so much good stuff coming. Anne said waiting for the dresses. So I guess she wants some dresses added to.
We can do leggings, swimsuits.
Yeah, I don't know if dresses. We'll have to look. I don't know. I couldn't find any that fit me right, so I don't know. But Kid Collector said I'm ordering my merch today, which is awesome. We really do appreciate it. Yeah, we really do.
We really do. Yeah.
We had some fun. We had some fun putting some of that stuff together. We have some other ideas too of some stuff we want to do. But yeah. So gaming science teacher said, let's fish today. The only bad thing is only 4 people. I wish we could get some more. My wife's actually out shopping right now, so we may be able to do a little fishing at the show. Are you down for playing a little something at the show?
I don't think I can, but I'll see here.
Come on.
I know.
Such a slacker.
Yeah, I've been so busy though. My family's been out of town. I've been taking care of their property and stuff and their animals, so I've been super tied up.
He was even there this morning before the show. I was like, "Where are you at, dude?" And he's like, "Oh, I'll be there in a minute. I'm coming."
I know.
So yeah.
Yep.
But I think that's about it. Exciting week. Exciting
Yep,
week.
it has been. Has been good.
I think we're going to have some jam-packed weeks here for the rest of the year. I think there's good stuff almost every week. Next week is the NVIDIA announcement, right? On the 1st?
Right.
Yeah,
yep.
next week is...
Yeah.
I think on the 1st.
Yeah, it is
so
the first.
we talked about some of that stuff last week in the leaks and stuff, but we'll get some official info about some NVIDIA stuff coming up this coming week, and we'll see if we can afford to buy any of this stuff.
I was going to say, save those pennies now, man, because I don't know. It's going to be out of reach, I feel like, but we'll see.
Artful said, as long as PD can have a mankini.
We could arrange that, I'm sure.
So, but I might fish for a little while, though, after the show. If you guys watch the Discord, I'll put something in there. Yeah. It'll probably be a rendered reality lobby I'll set up, and at least get 4 of us in there. We'll see if Tyler can join us or not. But I don't think... I don't know. I got a couple more maps I'm trying to unlock, so I got to get some. Got to catch some more big fish. So
I know. Collect them points, man.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, again, seriously, appreciate everybody so much just hanging out with us today.
I know.
It's
wouldn't
awesome.
be Saturday without it, man.
Yeah, it really wouldn't be. I mean, we're just so excited for the stuff going down this year with G2 stuff, all these ridiculous games like Medal of Honor. Oh my goodness, so excited.
I know, dude. I know.
Quest 2 or 1.5 or whatever it is.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, G2. I just dream of the G2, and I'm dreaming of Medal of Honor.
Me too.
I'm over the moon about it, man. I can't wait. I really can't.
Me too. So excited. Yep. So yeah.
All right. Well, we won't keep you guys. I know we've been rolling we try to stay at an hour, but appreciate you guys staying a little longer. And we'll catch you in VR, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna go fishing.
I'm gonna go fishing.
There you go.
Biggest fish awesome. Contest wins a G2. Paid for by Tyler. You heard it here. What?
Hey, whatever, man. Super chats keep rolling in. We gotta do what we gotta do. We have been talking about that. We are trying to save up everything you guys give us on super chats and stuff, and we are going to try and do some fun things. So, so keep an eye for
Depending
that.
Depending on that price release of that Oculus Quest 2, we might try to give some of those.
Ooh, there you go. Now you're thinking.
And if we can get freaking gift cards, if Oculus will release gift cards for this holiday season, we are going to celebrate by giving a bunch of those things away because, unfortunately, when we do our giveaways, a lot of times it's for Steam games and occasionally Oculus Quest games and Oculus games. But if we can get Oculus gift cards, we're going to do something with that because I'll be so excited to have them. So.
Yep.
Make it happen, Oculus. Everybody,
I know.
Everybody raise your voice and
cheers,
tell them
guys.
To make it happen, so.
Cheers, Alex.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Thanks for being. I'm going to do some fishing, and then I'll probably read some more of my book. So.
There you go. Nice.
Book.
Yeah, I'm hoping for some rain. Because the more rain I get, the more VR time I get.
Yeah, that's true, dude. I was fishing yesterday in real VR fishing. It started raining, and I was like, "This is trippy." Mm-hmm. Like, because I had the ceiling fan on, and it was a little bit of a chill in the air, and I was like, "This is way too realistic to me. I can't handle it." Anyways, I gotta shut up because everybody's like, "All right, then we're done with this show." So.
All right, guys.
Seriously,
we're out of here. Yep, we'll see you back here, or see you in VR.
Later, everybody.
Later, guys.
Got into VR in 2016. That was when we first we got the Rift.
Howdy, howdy.
Hey, it worked.
There he is. How about
Perfect.
That? Hey.
We're lucky to be here. I will admit that. My name's Tyler. This is Sean. We're Rendered Reality, and we were definitely up late playing some VR last night.
Yeah.
Hole is bigger.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
It's not always better.
Let's keep it PG, boys.
I mean, right? We don't know like how much sound is coming out of it.
It's true.
Right.
Is there more sound coming out of it? We don't know.
Yeah.